Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I promised you yesterday, after doing the update analysis on the summon by EACC to summon Murathe and the team, that I would come back and really look at this in details. And we really have, this country is really made of gangsters. I've just gone through the whole of what is unraveling from the EACC, and I am back here with in-depth details of what exactly is happening. What is the truth? Kindly subscribe to our channel, and also want to ask you, like our video. When you like the video, it boosts the rating, and of course YouTube is going to recommend this channel to many people. Through that, you're also promoting me. The 15 years old civil dispute has gone through different political administrations, including from the national government and the city hall. And the property behind the contentious 250 million that EACC is investigating currently is where houses of public utilities, Mukuru Kwaruben Primary School, a police station, a health center, and a vocational center is standing on. And if you remember last year, when Uhuru went to Mukuru to launch a project, he actually went to build, the NMS built a vocational, a health center, I think level 3 hospital in that place. That is the place we are talking about. It is a land that is currently being utilized. And I wanted us to give this analysis a very key factual approach. I promise you that as bold, one of my key input and review of the content is we give you factual. If it's not here, then it did not happen. That is not it. So believe me that we will try to get the best, the value for our audience. I want us to start by looking at the claim sheet from the EACC, because yesterday they sent summons for David Murathe, former Jubilee Vice Chair, Kotu Secretary General Francis Atwoli, former National Assembly Speaker Marende, Cyrus Jirongo, George Khaniri, I think that is the former Vihiga Senator, and others. And after sending summon letters, the journalists were also invited to televise the grilling, or rather the investigations. So they were there at the entrance of the EACC to just cover this. This is an investigation that, according to Murathe, it has been going on. So Murathe walked in the offices Thursday afternoon. Atwoli is out of the country, is not yet been seen. Marende is set to appear on Friday, this Friday. But Cyrus Jirongo went to the Integrity Center, but upon arriving there and realized that a battery of journalists had already been invited to cover, or rather with the microphones and the cameras to cover that event, he actually walked away. He was saying that because that was an investigation, but it seems to have been really, the EACC really took advantage and wanted just to televise what, according to Jirongo, is actually an investigation. I even listened to Murathe talking about that.
This has been an ongoing investigation. It has nothing to do with the transition. But if they want to use it for their own political whatever, that's their problem. This is just diversionary. It actually borders on harassment. And I think I'm entitled also to take the EACC to court. I'm not involved. I'm not involved in Jirongo and the county and how they. If I give you money and you pay me back, do I care where you got your money from? I was not involved in what they were doing with the county. I just know he owed me money and he paid me. These are diversionary things. When people cannot deal with the challenges that are facing the country, they look for things to divert attention. Summoning me and calling the media. Who called you? Can I ask you? No, who called you? So that it becomes news.
Yes, so because of that political angle that people normally take on such cases, they give it political angle and all that. I wanted us to be a little bit take a different trajectory and really pursue the real issues that EACC is talking about. Maybe at the end of it, you will make your own judgment there that this is on merit, or whether the intention is good or it's really just something for the camera. Atwoli, according to what the EACC wants to know, is why Francis Atwoli received 60 million. And Atwoli have, according to him, Jirongo gave him 60 million as a partial payment of a loan that he had borrowed Jirongo 110 million. Alikopa Jirongo 110 million, and from the proceeds of this, Jirongo paid him 60 million. So that's how he received the 60 million. The same story applies to Murathe, who received 28 million in 18 and 7 million installments from Cyrus Jirongo, who, according to what Murathe says, in his capacity as the MD of Kuza Farms, and also him, alikuwa amekopesha Jirongo. So Jirongo alikapata hii pesa ni kama lipa deni. That is Murathe. Jirongo himself got 20, George Khaniri 3 million, Marende 3 million, and then Albino Abog 38 million, which of course is also not explained. So what EACC wants to know is how they received, or why they received these funds. Of course, something. Now, it is important that I take you through the process, how this, and I've looked at that in a movie, in a drama. Let me take you through what exactly happened. I think that's what many people missed. I've seen people try to do this analysis. They've really missed the point of what happened, and the Star have tried to capture it, and I want just go directly and pick up what it is. There was a land, the Mukuru Kwanjenga land, where the school, police station, and the health and vocational center is sitting. And that land it has been occupied since 1986. If you calculate 1986 to date, 2022, that's almost 36 years. It was being operated by Mukuru Promotion Center and funded by Africa Education Foundation until some time back. A private citizen applied and received the parcel of land, which was transferred to Kuza Farm in 1990. I wanted to get up to that level. So, your land, sasa, it belonged to someone, went, I applied, the land was given to him, but then he transferred it to Kuza Farm. Something to note. Then, that Kuza Farm in 1993, walitumia hiyo shamba as a collateral, as a security to secure a loan of 1.6 billion from Post Bank Credit Limited. Now, the borrower failed to pay the loan, and it went until the same bank, Post Bank Credit Limited, retained the title deed because ile shamba haikulipwa, ile loan haikulipwa until they went into liquidation. So when they went to liquidation, the title deed was, the custody of the title deed was taken by Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation. Sasa ni kama ile banki yani ilianguka. That's what they're saying to say. Now, the arrears of the loan taken against the land ilienda sana. Now, in 2014, Kuza went to court and they sued that school, Ruben Primary School Board of Directors, Nairobi City County, Attorney General's Office, and the National Land Commission, that shamba yao ilikuwa imechukuliwa. Remember, they had the land, but that land they had used it, the title deed, to acquire some loan which they had also not paid. So Kuza sought to have structures. They wanted the school to be demolished, the school center, and that was in 2014. And so when they went to court, they sued, and the suit was the court, they decided to settle it out of court. So settling it out of court, they made a decision, and it was registered in court in 2016, that all those interested parties, National Land Commission, Nairobi County, and the rest, were to compensate Kuza 250 million. That was in 2016. So that went, and in 2021, but for Kuza to be compensated, because sasa hiyo shamba ilibaki ilikuwa imerudi kwa Nairobi County. Unajua after ilikuwa ishatumika na shule, in 1998 the custody, the land then belonged to Nairobi County. So in 2020 July, Nairobi County serviced the 250 million. So walipolipa their 250 million iligawanywa. So EACC is saying that by the fact that these people sat somewhere out and agreed on this, it did not go through the process, the merit process. Actually, what EACC is taking an issue with is the fact that this was kind of also negotiated out of the court negotiation, because they're saying EACC argues that the suit was not determined on merit as parties engaged in out-of-court negotiations, giving rise to a consent that was ultimately adopted as a decree of the court on the August 2016. Now, that compensation was to be done because the land was to be given to Nairobi County, but it was to be done until Kuza makes sure that all the necessary documents are handed over, and the title deed is handed over to Nairobi County government. The title deed of the parcel of land, na kile kitu, it's given to Nairobi County government because that was to be their land. But remember, the Kuza did not have that title deed because they had used the title deed to acquire a loan which they never paid. So the title deed is still under custody of the Kenya Insurance Corporations, of the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation. So the issue here is someone was paid and he did not give that document. Plain truth. That's what transpired. Guys, that's what happened. I have followed this and I've just narrowed down to some 3 questions. And that's what I'm wondering. The payment was done in July 2020. Mike Sonko left office in December 2020. The question on, of course, the county, Nairobi County government officials have also been questioned. How was payment made without these requirements met? Really? Then, what could have triggered the televised investigation? Because according to what Jirongo is saying, he seems to say that investigations have been going on. This has been a continuous probe. that has been going on. But on this one, probably that's not the first time they're being summoned. But on this one, they were summoned and everything was to be televised. This becomes the problem. And in fact, the problem when you do investigations, televised investigations, is you subject it to public opinion, public scrutiny, and politics now sinks in. Because people want to say that, the target is political. What is the elephant project that someone targets on the land? Ladies and gentlemen, that is my bold. It's good to sometimes not just politics. It's good sometimes to just get to know what exactly is happening, because so that when ukitembea kwa barabara usiwe tu unarusha rutu maneno kufanya street politics without really the real facts on ground. Thank you.